Howdy folks, and welcome to the workbench here at Homegrown Strings. I'm going to shoot a little video today and introduce you to a product that I use on a daily basis in my shop, but it's the kind of thing that you wouldn't normally think about when it comes to building cigar box guitars. Back when I was in the construction and real estate business, I used to pay a lot of money to have trucks decaled, the lettering and that sort of thing on trucks, and I realized that for what I was spending on one truck, I could actually buy all the equipment and software and do it myself, and it would be much more convenient. So anyway, I did that, and I've still got all that equipment and the materials as well. And one of the materials that you use in making vinyl signs is something kind of like a masking tape, but it's a really low tack masking tape. It almost has about the same tack as the adhesive on a Post-it note, and so it's really handy in that you can stick it on the cigar boxes, and if there are decals on the boxes, or if it's an old box that has some relatively fragile tack stamps on it or something like that, it's not going to affect the box like a regular masking tape would. The tape is much thinner than regular masking tape, and it's more of a paper than it is actually the kind of resilient surface on masking tape. But it comes in just about any size roll that you want. I've got two examples here. This one is about 12 inches wide, and I've got one here that's 24 inches wide. I keep one on my workbench, which I'll show in just a minute, that's only I believe 8 inches wide. But the one I keep on my tool cart is one that I use primarily just for marking boxes before I'm getting ready to cut them and do layout work on the boxes. But there's a quick view of the tool cart that I use, and I find a cart really useful in the shop in that I've got a pretty big workbench. I'm real fortunate to have a pretty big shop to work in, and so if I've got something that I'm working on in one area of the bench and I want to move to a different area of the bench to work on a different project, then it's real convenient to be able to take this tool cart and roll it around the bench. So I've got all my tools just really real convenient to me. You'll notice that on this end of the cart I've got a holder that I've got the 8-inch sign maker's tape on, and I've also got a roll of 2-inch blue masking tape and a roll of 1-inch blue masking tape, and so that's handy and convenient. Down on this end of the cart I've got a paper towel dispenser, and on this end of the cart is where I keep all my glues and stuff, so it's really handy to have that there, to grab a paper towel when you get your glue, because you're going to get some on your hands. But anyway, I'll move on to this point and show you how I utilize this sign maker's tape in the layout and transfer of images to my cigar box guitars. Here I've got a couple of boxes laid out with the layout tape attached, and the box on the right, I've actually made the layout marks for where I want to saw the hole for the neck to go through the box, and you can see this tape just peels off really easily, so you don't have to really worry about getting stuck to decals and stuff, but it stays on place good enough that that you can have a nice light colored surface to do your layout lines on. If you're working on a dark box, I know a lot of times the wood grain will want to make your pencil run off a little bit, and this really lays down a good base for you to do your layout marks on, and in preparation for sawing into the box. And normally when I saw these box holes for the necks, I will actually leave the pencil marks on the tape, and then as I'm fitting the neck, I'll just take a fine file and I'll file back down to that pencil line, so that it allows for a perfect fit for that neck to go through the box. On this other guitar here, I've actually got the neck in the box, and I laid out a piece of tape that actually covers the top of the box, and I'm going to put the camera in a tripod and I'll show you how I actually do the layout lines for keeping everything in line for that. Alright, so I've got a cigar box guitar neck inserted into the box, and I've got my layout tape laid over the box, and it's really, like I was saying, it's about like a post-it note as far as the tackiness of this material, and you can see it's relatively transparent too, so you can actually see the decoration inside or underneath the tape, and kind of see what's going on there. Normally what I'll do at this point is go ahead and lay out a straight edge down the neck and actually mark out on this tape the straight line of the neck passing through the box, and that kind of gives me an idea of where where my strings are going to fall through there. I'll go ahead and mark off the scale length on this tape also. So there's where the saddle's going to be. Okay, what you can do at this point with these layout lines on the box indicating where the neck passes through the box and the area where the strings are going to be is, if you wanted to go ahead and figure out where your pickups were going to go, you could do that. And you can also measure off and determine where your bracing is inside the box, and that's easy enough to do with a scrap of wood the same size. You just line it up with the edge of the lid, and so I know that the bracing inside the box is right here, and I need to move off of that enough room to get my my pickup in there. So you can lay that in place, and using a ruler or something to be sure you've got it centered up, go ahead and mark out where you might want to cut a pickup hole in this box. And like I said, the tape is not real tacky, and you can leave this stuff on for a long period of time too, and it doesn't stick to the box. But this is just really some handy stuff to have around the shop. If you're doing finishes or painting or something like that, you could cover a large area that you didn't want exposed, and it peels off easy and doesn't damage finishes. So it really works great. One of the other uses that I found for it, which is just really handy, is when I'm cutting sound holes in the guitars. If I wanted to, and this isn't necessarily what I would use for this particular box or whatever, but this is came from my library of sound holes that I've got on my computer, and using my desktop publishing software, I can resize these. I can draw the box on the computer and lay everything out, and I have guidelines. So if I wanted to line this up with the top edge of the box, or if I had something decoration on the box that I wanted to line it up with, I could actually take a photograph of this box, bring it into my desktop publishing software, and lay these templates over it, size it perfectly to go around different designs on the box, and that sort of thing. But the neat thing about this stuff is that once you have your design printed out, this is just an inkjet printer that I'm using. You can actually take this sign maker's tape and lay it over this design like that, and I'm going to use this box to do it on, and take a squeegee of some sorts and kind of lay it out. But what you're primarily going to be interested in doing is getting good adhesion between the decoration that's on the drawing and the adhesive. I don't know if you can see that or not. This design is being transferred to the ink on this, or to the glue on this paper. So it's just a matter of very gently peeling the paper back. It does stick better to this cheap copy paper than it does to the boxes, for sure. But this leaves you a ghost image of these sound holes on this piece of tape, and I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. I hope so. But now, if you were, of course, if you were trying to transfer this to a black box, it wouldn't work nearly as well. But since it's an inkjet printer, you could actually print it out in yellow or orange ink, and to give you the contrast that you want to apply it to your box. Now, by doing that, I've got that sound hole image transferred to this box, and you know, I could go over to my scroll saw or use a little keyhole saw, or however you take a Dremel tool and cut it out, however you do your sound hole cuts. But you know, I didn't have to draw anything. It's there, and it's scaled to size, and it's easy to see. So you know, this stuff is something that this tape is cheap, and it's something that I use on a daily basis in the shop. But anyway, I'll have a link, or not a link, but I'll have the website address for the company where you can actually get this stuff online and have it sent to your shop at home, and at the end of the video. So hope you guys find a little bit of this information helpful, and if you have any questions or have any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, don't hesitate to contact me on Facebook. Anyway, great having you guys in my shop, and I'll see you later.